Baba, whose relic is this?
This relic belongs to St. George. Do you want to hear his story?
Yes.
St. George was born in Cappadocia, nowadays Turkey, in the year of 280 AD. He was raised by Christian parents. His father died when he was 14 years old, and his mother took him back to her homeland, Palestine. St. George was a courageous young man, and because of this, the governor of Palestine enlisted him in the army. He later became a commander. The king had made a law to worship idols and to torture the Christians who did not obey his orders.
A law to worship idols and to torture the Christians? That's not right.
St. George was ready for martyrdom. He gave his money to the poor and he went before the king and confessed he is Christian. The king tried to be a friend with him and tried to convince him to worship the idols. St. George refused. He stood loyal to his faith. The king was very upset and he decided to hurt and torture St. George. God always takes care of his saints, so every time the king hurt St. George, God would heal his wounds. The king decided to bring a magician. The magician gave St. George a cup full of poison to drink. St. George put the sign of the cross over the cup and drank it, and no harm came to him. They gave him another cup and tied his arms behind his back. St. George asked them, "Do you want me to drink from here, or from here, or from here, or here?" When he did this, he made the sign of the cross with his head this time. And when he drank the poison, again nothing happened. Because of this, the magician believed in God Jesus Christ. The king killed the magician and he received the crown of martyrdom.
He was a really bad king.
Yes, unfortunately he was. The king asked St. George nicely to go to a pagan temple. Pagans are people who do not believe in God.
Did he go?
Yes, but you will see why. The king gathered a lot of people and St. George went inside the temple and began to speak to the idols. He asked the idol to clearly say who he was. The devil was forced to speak from the idol and said, "I am not a god, nor any other idol like me, but the true God is the one that you are proclaiming." Immediately after that, all the idols fell down and were destroyed.
The statue spoke and then it just fell and got destroyed? That's so cool!
The priests of the temple were very angry and wanted St. George dead. When the king's wife saw this, she believed in the Lord Christ and she was martyred. Finally, the king ordered to behead St. George, and he received the crown of martyrdom in the year of 303 AD. One of the Christians took his body to his hometown and built a church after his name. May his blessings be with us all, and glory be to our God forever. Amen.